All right, let's talk about building real wealth. And I mean a tool that's way more accessible than you probably think.
You know that feeling, right? It's late, you're scrolling, and you see someone your age on some amazing vacation or in a brand new car. And you just can't help but wonder, how are they doing that? What's the secret they know that I don't?
Well, here's the thing. The gap between just scraping by and actually building wealth, it often boils down to understanding what's happening to the money you think is safe in your savings account.
Now look, this isn't just about how much money you make. The real difference maker is knowing if your money is actually working for you, or if it's silently working against you. So here's the problem. The cost of literally everything, your rent, your groceries, it's been going up. We all feel it. But at the same time, the average savings account, it's paying you practically nothing in interest. So what does that mean? It means your hard-earned cash is losing its buying power every single day.
But while your savings account is fighting a losing battle, there's this proven engine for creating wealth that's been working for regular people for a long time.
$800,000. Now that's not a lottery ticket. It's a completely achievable number for someone starting out today with a surprisingly small amount of money just by using the power of the stock market.
So how is that even possible? It's all thanks to something called compound interest. This right here is the true secret weapon. It's when the money your investments make starts making its own money. It creates this amazing snowball effect that can turn small, regular contributions into a life-changing amount over time.
And what's really amazing is just how practical this is. So let's say a 25-year-old starts investing just $300 a month. They could have over $800,000 by the time they're ready to retire. Now that's assuming about an 8% average return, which is right in line with the market's historical average. It's not a guarantee every single year, of course, but it shows you what's possible in the long run. So, to make this all work, you've just got to shift your mindset a little bit. See, a lot of people think the stock market is a casino, right? A place to make quick bets. But successful, long-term investors, they see it for what it really is.
It really comes down to the huge difference between speculating and investing. Speculating is just gambling. You're just hoping a stock's price goes up based on hype. But investing is totally different. You're buying a piece of ownership in a real business because you believe it's going to grow and be profitable for years to come. That's how you build real, lasting wealth.
And this just brings the whole point home. When you buy a stock, you're not just buying a ticker symbol on a screen. You're buying a tiny piece of some of the most successful companies on Earth. You become a part owner of Apple, Microsoft, Disney. Just think about all the brilliant people working every single day to make those companies more valuable. As an owner, you get to share in that success.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds awesome, but I have no idea how to analyze a business. And the good news is, you don't have to. There's a super simple and really powerful way for anyone to get started.
Let me introduce you to your new best friend, the index fund. Basically, it's one single investment that automatically buys you a tiny piece of hundreds or even thousands of different companies all at once. It's the easiest, most effective way to own a piece of the entire market.
I love this analogy because it's so perfect. An index fund does all the hard work for you. Instead of trying to find the one single piece of fruit that's going to be perfect, you just buy the whole salad at once. So with just one purchase, like an S&P 500 index fund, boom, you are instantly invested across all these major parts of the economy. You own a piece of the tech that's in your phone, the healthcare companies making new medicines, the brands you buy every day. Your success isn't tied to one company, it's tied to the growth of the whole economy. And here's a massive benefit that almost everyone overlooks: the fees. Index funds have incredibly low costs. We're talking like less than 0.1% a year. Other funds that have a manager picking stocks, they can charge 1% or more. Now that tiny difference might seem like nothing, but trust me, over a few decades, that extra 1% in fees can eat up more than a quarter of your potential money. Keeping your costs low is a huge part of winning this game. So, the strategy is pretty simple, right? Buy low-cost, diversified index funds and just hold on. But the biggest challenge for new investors isn't picking the fund. It's managing your own emotions when things get a little choppy. You have got to burn this into your brain. Market downturns are scary. I get it. They feel like the world is ending. But history shows us time and time again that they are just temporary bumps in a long upward road. The key is just staying in the game. Okay, let's reframe this whole thing. When you go to the grocery store and your favorite coffee or snack is 20% off, you don't panic and run out of the store, right? No! You probably get excited and buy a little extra because it's a great deal. And yet, with investing, our first instinct when prices drop is to totally freak out. A long-term investor learns to see market dips not as a crisis, but as an opportunity. It's a sale on the world's greatest companies. It's your chance to buy more for less.
Okay, so we get the why. Now let's get to the how. How do you actually put all this into practice and get started? It is so much simpler than you think. Here's your 3-step plan to get launched.
That's really it. First, you open an account online with a big, reputable company. It takes like 15 minutes. Second, you set up an automatic transfer from your bank account. Seriously, even $50 or $100 a month is a fantastic start. And third, you use that money to buy a low-cost, broad market index fund. Done. All the old excuses for not investing, they're gone. Today, you don't need a ton of money to start. Most accounts have no minimums to open. Trading is usually free, and you can even buy tiny little slices of a share. That means if you only have $10, you can still own a piece of a company whose stock costs hundreds.
The stock market is not some secret club for the super rich. It is simply the most powerful and accessible tool for the rest of us to build real wealth. The path is clear, and it's never been easier to get started. So, knowing that your future self is counting on the choices you make today, what's your next move going to be?